I'm back once again with some more horror. I was going to do some Dhar Mann, but I still will. I still definitely will, but I know you guys want horror too, so it's weird. Like when I upload Mr. Nightmare, I see where's Dhar Mann, and when I do this, when I do Dhar Mann, oh, where's Mr. Nightmare? It's coming. You know? Anyways, this is going to be Wansee Entertainment. This is finally going to be the conclusion for me of January 2021 of Wansee Stories. Which, do you guys prefer this, or do you guys want me to actually react to the stories? That's going to make so many more videos, and that's just so much more of a hassle. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just kind of like pointless. So this thing for me skips all the way to one, well not all the way to, but it skips to 1 second, because I cut it and stuff, and then I guess it glitches or something. Anyways, this is going to be part 3, so obviously if you have not watched part 1 and 2, please watch those. That's going to be the first parts of this video. This is the last 23 minutes, 19 seconds of the video. I already did a video yesterday, 1 hour straight. Boy, do I, no, I don't regret it, but it's like never doing that again, that's for sure. Ugh. But yeah, so this video 4 and 3. So I believe this video might have 7 stories, to be honest. Because I feel like the first 2 combined had 7 or 8, so this one might have 6 or 7. I guess we'll count. 23 minutes though. So part 3, and let's see what happens here. I'm actually excited for this, and my cat's right here. That's to comfort me. My missing neighbor story animated.
This incident happened when I was around 10 years old.
Yikes.
I lived in a small village.
Like animations are so much better because it actually shows you what the issue is, you know what I mean?
Used to live next door.
Why's the door open?
She was a very kind person. She used to bake cookies to give us, and bring
She's young
flowers
too.
Sometimes.
But she's young,
I mean, everybody in the town loved her.
Until
one day she went missing. All the neighbors tried to look for her. We even reported to the police to make a search for her, but she was never found anywhere after that. She had been missing for years, and there had been rumors around the town that she had committed suicide. However, I didn't believe those rumors, because I knew that she would never do such a thing. A few years later, I became 16, and I was playing with my friends one day. We found that there was a storage container while we were hanging around the town. To be specific, it had been there since I was 10, but I never wanted to open it since it stank of something rotten so badly.
Alright.
Hey, can you open that door? One of my friends started to tease me, and as a stupid teenager, I didn't want to be a loser, so I decided my mind. It was really hard to open when I grabbed the door, but I tried strongly.
Please don't tell me she's in there.
And when the door had opened, what I found at that moment still creeps me out to this day. There she was. The blood was spread in all directions. She had no eyeballs. All the organs were empty, and the maggots were crawling on her body everywhere. It was literally awful.
I guess you found her, but oh my god.
Stench, I cried and called my parents.
Call the cops.
I immediately called the police. After that, the police started a huge investigation again, and they eventually detected who it was. Turned out, it was a man who was living in our village.
He killed her.
The police told my parents that she was murdered that night when all the neighbors tried to find her. I'm glad the criminal was arrested finally.
See, oh, he was acting as if he didn't do like, where are you? Oh my god, that's fucking awful.
To this day, I feel sorry for her. I hope she can rest in peace.
Yeah, that was a short story, so I'm assuming there's like 7 in this video, but that's honestly so sad. Like, why are you murdering? My memory at a spooky restaurant.
One evening, I got hungry on my way home, so I found a restaurant nearby. I can't remember the detail of the restaurant's name exactly. It was some kind of a weird word like an old man mispronounced. Something like that.
Okay.
When I went inside, I could see a table with glass on top of green felt, a strange tiger frame made of a hooked needle kit, and the fishbowl which was encrusted with yellow slime. There were no guests at all. The damp smell of the subway hit my nose.
Deserted?
The inside was just dark with only dimly yellow light. It seemed a bit weird, but then I caught someone's eye that seemed like the owner of the restaurant. So I just sat down. He came up to me and handed me the menu. When I opened it, there was a flash on the photos everywhere, as if it were just taken before the car accident. And the whole time I watched them, I felt that my appetite was decreasing. Unless I had deluded myself, the menu was all consist of French fine cuisine such as foie gras. However, the name of the menu had many typos, and the calligraphic style was so countrified. It was a total mess. Well, I guess I came in the wrong place. Let's just finish the food and get out quickly. Thinking this, I raised my hand to order something, but he just stared at me. About a few seconds later, he approached me again.
Okay, what
The
kind of
way of
restaurant
his
is
tone
this?
was kind of odd. May I have your order, sir?
No, you're like
With
dead.
a strangely bright voice,
And then he
he went
leaves?
inside, but I could not hear any cooking sound for more than 10 minutes.
That doesn't even look like a restaurant. They just have a
The
bunch of
quiet
chairs.
inside gave me the chills.
There's no kitchen. There's no one there. There's no
At that
curtain.
moment-
That's sus.
I could feel that someone was watching me.
I would have left there a long time
When
ago.
I turned around, the owner, who thought he had gone in to cook, was sitting on the back chair and staring at me.
Do you want to make my food, bitch, or else I'm leaving?
I asked him with a puzzled look, is there someone in there to cook? Maybe he's warming it up, right? However, he was just smiling,
Oh no,
staring
it's gonna
at me
leave.
without saying any words.
Is he making it?
A few minutes later,
Leave now.
I felt burdened by his gaze suddenly, so I just left the store.
Leave now.
Come to think of it, I came out because he didn't start any cooking. But anyhow, I didn't feel good for some reason at that
Oh, I
time.
wonder why.
Just in case he would come after me with a smile on his face, I closed the door and ran away from the restaurant.
And the
with
handle,
all
look
my
at the handle. It's like
strength.
a little rope that you just have to pull. What the hell is that?
I know that it wasn't that scary, but it was the most uncomfortable place in
That's
my
pretty
whole
fucked
life.
up if you ask me.
The atmosphere of the restaurant and the owner, everything was strange.
And no one's there to begin with, so it's like, okay, well, this is obviously a bad area. Or not a good thing.
I am a truck
Dude in the
driver.
woods.
I work for a certain water company that is located in Michigan.
Okay.
The route that I drive for this company takes me as far as the Upper Peninsula, down to central Michigan. To give an idea of where this creepy experience took place, I was near
Not so
Roscommon
rough road
County.
ahead.
This was way back in late January, when the night would come as quickly as 5 p.m. I was driving down a rural highway around 8 p.m., and a snowstorm was picking up. As I was cruising down the highway, my truck began to sputter and shake. With a sigh, I pulled off to the side of the road, turned on my hazard lights, and put the vehicle in park. I've
Like
been dealing with this
snowing,
all day because of a coolant leak in the heater core. I have to fill up the coolant reservoir, which takes about 5 minutes.
It's nothing. Just
Dressed in nothing more but my regular clothes and a baseball cap, I exit my truck, and I enter the snowy January night.
not January. Why aren't you wearing more clothes?
I unlatched my hood and pulled it up. The sound of it opening was the only sound to be heard. It was very quiet out there at the time,
You're
except
the only
for
one
some
there.
blowing wind. The night
That's so
was
creepy, you just being in the
overcast
middle of
and very dark due to the storm.
That's
My
not
only
okay.
light was from the hazards on the truck and a small flashlight in my mouth. The thick line of woods is about 100 feet away from each side of the road, and as I began to fill up the coolant reservoir, I heard some rustling in the undergrowth, about
But you couldn't have done-
150
but
to
you couldn't have done
200
this-
feet deeper in
Done
the
that
woods.
before you left or
I
something?
thought nothing of it, due to the fact that deer are common even during winter.
Yeah, it's a
But
deer.
the
Probably a deer.
strangest thing was the rustling was quite loud, like a lot louder than animals would usually be.
Yup.
I mean, the wind was blowing decently hard, but I could still hear the rustling in the woods.
Yup.
I was wondering what could be
I
so
mean, you
loud,
can't really leave either until you
and I
fill
heard a
up. So
loud crack and a soft thud. Now this noise really got my attention. It didn't sound like a deer anymore. It sounded more like a person stumbling around. Humans are very loud in the woods, and no animal would purposely make a noise to give itself away like that, especially that loud.
exactly.
Yes, there were bears, but it wasn't a big concern
What's
for me in that
they're
area.
hammering like.
Now, a real concern I had
What's
was
happening?
that the last house I saw was about 10 miles away, and no cars had passed me by yet.
That's fucking
And
terrifying.
somehow there was some dude walking around out there in the woods in the middle of a snowstorm. Still cautious of the guy walking around, I finished refilling the reservoir. I locked the hood down and began to enter the truck.
Run into the truck.
Before exiting the truck, I had the windows down. I kept them down due to the fact I could still hear the guy out there. Then, as soon as the crashing around the forest started,
What is
it
that?
just as quickly stopped.
It's a forest. What the hell are you gonna smash like
That
that?
put me on edge.
Sounds like
I
metal.
turned the key in the ignition. A loud beep resounded from the truck dash, therefore allowing me to turn it on. The truck roared to life, and I started to pull back onto the road to continue driving. As soon as my truck started rolling, I heard the crashing start up again, but at a loud and
Wait.
quickened pace.
It's in the back of your
By the
truck.
sound of it, whatever it was seemed to be making a line straight for the truck.
No, it's in your
I
truck,
thought this
isn't
guy
it?
was dumb or something, but it still freaked me out.
It's in your
So
truck?
I pushed the truck to go faster. With the hazard light still on, I could see the outer edges of the semi. And then I saw them. There was a person running near the rear
Oh,
passenger
shit.
side of the trailer.
What the fuck? How are they
The
catching up that
creepy
fast?
part
Go!
about it was that I was traveling
Go.
at about 15 miles per hour and pushing it, still climbing. And the guy was fast enough to keep up.
Oh my
And he was
god.
closing the distance.
I was thinking you were closer than he appeared. Fuck, stop.
Now, with the cold
Like-
sweat, I pushed the truck into a higher gear, and the engine roared louder. I was pushing 25
It's a truck,
miles
so it's hard
per
to go
hour,
fast, you know?
and this guy was almost to the cab, when all of a sudden he just disappeared.
Where is he?
It seemed he was so focused on catching up with the truck that he failed to notice and hit the guardrail on the side of the road.
Oh, good.
Though it still freaked me out, I continued traveling down the road, ignoring the speed limits until I got to the hotel I would be staying at.
Okay, well, I guess that
That was just
teaches you a
one of the
lesson.
creepiest moments on the road.
If you know you're gonna, if you know you're gonna have issues before going on a road trip thingy, then do it before. Like you kind of the reason why you shouldn't go around late at night. Yeah, just do that. Like why are you gonna wait? And then
This is the
risk
story
that happening?
about an incident where my friend was almost killed by a stranger.
Fuck, stop.
So this was around February. I was heading home after hanging out with my best friend as usual. We had to walk maybe 20 to 30 minutes to reach each other's houses. There was a two-way road with a Y shape in the neighborhood, and I had to go left and my friend had to go right. All of a sudden, my friend called me 2 or 3 minutes after we had separated, but when I answered the phone, I could only hear him breathing and walking around. At first, I hung up and started walking again, wondering if my friend accidentally called me, but he instantly called me again. This time, he started to talk, making a joke that wasn't very funny, and started laughing to himself. What is wrong with him? Is he really crazy?
Is that even
or
him?
did something happen to him? Thinking like this, I told him to text me. I couldn't figure out what was going on. A few
I'm
minutes
confused.
later,
Like, what is
I
happening?
received a text message.
It's not him, is it?
Dude, someone's following me, and he's singing alone, breathing hard, and his lyrics make me go crazy. Seriously. I replied, asking what the lyrics were, and
What does
another
that matter?
response came a bit later. Wait,
Wait.
wait for me. Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
totally gonna wait for you.
wait.
I get it.
Stop at the right spot before you get home, because I'm going to kill you.
What the
I won't
fuck?
get caught. Come on,
What?
turn around before you get home. It won't hurt because I'm going to stab you with my knife.
What?
It was a very long text,
Who
written
the fuck
roughly
would-
like this. The lyrics were the same as the popular song at the time, but only that part of the lyrics was different. So I just called the police right away. Yes, just go straight ahead in front of the alley. Please, come quickly. In fact,
In front of the
both
alley?
the right and left roads were alleys,
As if there's only one alley?
and there was a row of fancy buildings around the place.
Fucker, we
So I didn't know where exactly my friend was. I began to worry as I was walking for a while, because I kept thinking about the text messages from my friend. Soon, I heard the police car from far away, and it was getting closer. I texted again to reassure him. Hey,
I
I
did,
just called the police to see if you are okay. So don't worry, they're coming. I could see the car.
Alright, this is like literally about 30 plus minutes later, so I went back a little bit to say the story, but there's about 10:07 left. at 13:13 of the video, I did kind of like watch a few seconds back to kind of see what was happening. So if you're wondering what's happening at this point, which you probably know, but the person called the police for the for the friend. But like, why would you just like run? Like, why would you just like? Since I'm already paused, I might as well. But yeah, it's like, why would you walk? Like, call the police yourself. Why are you texting me? Call the police. Like, you're hearing, stop at that right spot because I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, I'm just gonna text my friend. Bitch, you call the police right away. You run away and you call the police. They have a knife on you. They have a knife on them. I don't know. Apparently, it's better to message your friend rather than to try to save your life. But you know, I'm no expert. But I don't know. Apparently, I'm stupid, and they know what they're doing. So okay. But yeah, that's gonna be that. So let's see what happens. 10:07 left.
It's getting closer behind me. I thought the car was going to pass the road I was on, so I tried to move aside. But at that moment, I got a reply from my friend. Dude, are you sure they are coming? I heard the siren too, but I froze. The police car came into the alley where I was standing. I went to the officer who was in the car and spoke to him. Excuse me, sir. I'm the one who called. And you should have gone the other way, not this way. I told you, it's on the right side. The police then said, I'm sorry. We have so many cases to deal with. I'll go back to the opposite side. Then he drove
But
the
we
other
have so many
way.
cases to deal with.
Are they kidding? The police just headed towards you. Is he still singing? I soon got a reply to my text. Yeah, but you know what? The lyrics have changed. Then he wrote down the lyrics again, and they were like this. Don't text. Don't call. Don't do it. Put down the phone you're holding right now. I'll stab you. Don't worry, it won't hurt you. Read the text that just came in right now. If it's the one you met earlier, I'd stab him too. I thought this was going to be a big problem, and that my friend might die. I ran home quickly. I threw my bag to the side after arriving home, called my parents in a hurry, and we headed to my friend's house. My parents and his parents incidentally went to the same place from elementary school to high school, so they got along well. I was running to my friend's house with my parents, but suddenly I started hearing the sound of a police car again. As we were walking toward the direction where my friend was supposed to be, I heard some noise, and he was standing there in front of me. Recalling the creepy moment a while ago, I thought I might cry as soon as I saw my friend. I hugged my friend and asked, "What happened to him? What happened to you?" My friend said the man who was following him was now handcuffed and in a police car. The moment I looked at the man, I got goosebumps. The man. He was staring and grinning from his ear to ear. And the next thing that happened was he was taken to the police station.
Jesus.
And we headed to the same place. When we arrived, my friend and I explained everything we had seen and heard from the guy.
For the police report?
And the police decided to make him guilty due to the fact that he threatened my friend. I could see my parents, and my friend's parents got mad at him. By the way,
that's accurate.
it was the first time I knew my mother was really good at cursing at someone. Then the police told us that we could go now.
You can go now.
We decided to go to a nearby restaurant to eat and calm ourselves down.
I would not be able to.
It might seem like nothing to y'all.
No, that's a lot.
But I was still nervous at the thought that if I had been a little bit late, he would have been in really big trouble. Since then, my friend moved to a house next to ours.
I mean, he fucked up, I know, calling the cops himself. I mean, I guess you can't really say the location. Because if you guys were behind you, but you could have ran away and called the cops.
Happened to him because we went home too late that day, and because he was alone. So, nowadays, we always go home early. After the incident, our bond and friendship became much stronger. And
that's good.
most of all, it was fortunate that my friend was not hurt at all that day. I wonder what the man who threatened my friend is doing now. I hope this never happens again.
I'm just glad he's okay, you know what I mean? Like, they're young too. It's like, just to have, like, for any age for that to happen to, it's just fucked. My true horror experience in the gas station. I think gas stations are sus.
When I was about 14 years old, my dad and I took a road trip to Nevada to visit my uncle. It was already dark outside. As we were driving along this dark road, the car suddenly stopped, which I thought that's kind of weird because we had filled up our car's gas tank full just a couple of minutes ago. My dad got out of the car to check what was wrong with it. As he was trying to check the problem, I then suddenly heard running footsteps behind me. I turned around, but there was nothing. In fact, I couldn't see it at all because of the darkness. Maybe I just
Someone's there then
misheard
because you
it,
can't see.
thinking like this when I shrugged it off and the car suddenly rumbled. And I knew that meant it was turning back on. Well, I see a gas station up ahead. Let's stop there, my dad said, as I went back to listen to my music.
Why, if the car's fixed?
When we made to the gas station, he asked me to go pay for the gas and get some snacks that I want.
Pay for the gas? You already got gas a few minutes ago.
$$few. However, when I got off, I could feel that it was quiet around. It was pretty weird, but we were in the middle of the road now,
Well, yeah,
so I guess it was not that weird thing.
It's supposed to be
So I
quiet.
entered the building and went up to the counter. There was a man behind it staring at me as I approached him.
Oh my
First,
god.
He looked like he was shocked to see me a little bit, like I interrupted or bothered him for some reason. And soon I could realize that his appearance looked kind of scary. He was a totally skinny man with black hair and worn-out clothing.
Blood or
He
something?
didn't say any welcome greetings like those common sentences, hello, or
Like-
how's your day? Just stared at me with his big, beady eyes. I picked up some
That's a little
snacks,
sus.
put the money under the slit, and just waited for him to take it. Then he started laughing at me. Hey kid, you know what? I'm not the one who works here. I didn't understand what he's talking about now. I slowly took a look behind the counter, and then I saw a body lying there.
He
What
killed
the
him.
heck? What is it? I was absolutely in shock.
Oh my
and I was
God.
positive that he must have noticed it because it was the exact moment when he stopped laughing. I screamed at the top of my lungs and started to run to my dad. He turned the corner of the counter and started to follow my back, which was led me to believe that I was much quicker than him. My dad saw me, but as he saw the man chasing after me, he couldn't ask what happened. And then we just both hopped in the car and locked the doors. The man banged on the driver's side door and yelled, "Let me in! I'm gonna kill you, little girl!" I burst
the
out crying,
fuck?
and my
Oh
dad
my
told me to
God.
get in the back seat immediately. I jumped back there, and as I saw his knife in hand, I cried even harder. A loud banging sound from outside kept getting louder and louder. I hid under the seat, and after that, I blacked out. When I woke up again, I could see the police lights were everywhere. I got out of the car and asked quietly to my dad what happened.
sure the windows are
but
broken.
He didn't notice me approaching and continued talking to the officer. Turns out the man had broken in the gas station and killed the employee just right before when my dad pulled up the car.
Oh my
He was on the
god.
loose from the police because he had committed multiple robberies and murders
but
in the past.
When you broke
And he
in,
was
the
one
gas
who
station's
ran
already
behind
open,
the
is it
car to the
not?
gas station, which I didn't see at that time.
Fuck.
After that, we ended up making it to my uncle's, but I never went on long road trips again. I would
And your
always
car's
take
broken.
airplanes.
Your windows are.
A couple of
Fuck.
years after I finished my junior year, I found out the man had been killed in prison. I don't know the reason, but I don't feel sorry for him at all. Well,
No,
now
fuck
I'm
that guy.
25 years old, and I still thank my dad every day for saving my life. But I also wonder what would have happened if I couldn't run fast, or if my dad wasn't there at the time.
Really? Oh, what would have happened? You would have been dead. That's what would have happened. I wonder what would have happened. I don't know. Like, of course you're gonna fucking die. Harvey, my unfriendly roommate. Oh no.
Harvey, my unfriendly roommate.
He's like 2.
This takes place in
Oh,
my old
okay.
house where I used to live with
I
my
was gonna
dad
say,
and
what the
older
fuck? He's like
sister.
2. Or no, is that
From
is
a
that a
very
doll?
young age, I started believing in ghosts and paranormal beings because of our roommate, which we used to call Harvey. Harvey wasn't a human being, even an animal either.
Huh?
It's a strange entity that you couldn't see. I'm not sure if he's a ghost or a demon. All I know is that he's definitely not a human. When Harvey started appearing, he seemed harmless because all he
What?
did was just playing pranks, such as turning lights randomly on and off around the house or slamming doors. And next it was on my 6th birthday. I got a lot of presents, and my grandma gave me a helium balloon with a princess on it. It just sat in a corner of our living room for a few days.
Oh my
It was
god.
almost completely deflated, but still hovering about 3 inches off the ground. Then Harvey started to grab the balloon and bring it everywhere in the house with him. If Harvey went into the basement or the bedroom,
If he's a ghost,
he was
how-
there because of the balloon. Because there was a balloon around him, we'd know that Harvey was following or watching at us.
Well, yeah, but
Of course, we were all pretty scared at
a
first,
ghost can't
but we
grab stuff and
eventually
follow
got used
you.
to it. Harvey
And
seemed
plus you
not
can't
to
see the
like
ghost.
that.
How do you know it's even
He
real?
started
What?
acting differently, like more scary things.
I'm so
One
lost.
night I woke up because it felt like there was something heavy on my chest. I couldn't breathe, so when I opened my eyes to see what's going on, then I saw a figure sitting on my chest that looked like a little boy. He had wide eyes. And
Holy
it was
fuck,
much
if I
bigger
ever
than
wake up
any
and something's...
human's
Oh my
eye.
god, I
could
can't.
see
I
his
fucking
frightening
can't.
smile stretching from ear to ear. And I suddenly realized that he was holding the helium balloon in his right hand.
That's just creepy too.
My heart dropped at that moment. I definitely could say that it was Harvey. I screamed as loud as I could,
Like,
but Harvey
how's...
put his hands around my neck and started
What?
strangling me at the same time.
Yeah, but you say he's not a human, he's not... He's a ghost. A ghost can't strangle you.
What was happening,
What the
then
fuck?
everything went black. When I woke up again, it was in the middle of the morning, and that was the last time I've ever seen Harvey in my house.
Bad dreams? You had an invisible friend, a fake... What the fuck's that thing called? Like a fake... Oh, that's it? Wait, that's it? Are you sure? So I got it was like 10 more minutes left. What? No, okay, I guess not. What that thing is that? What the hell is that thing called? I'm so tired right now. There's something called... Imaginary friend. Imaginary friend. So you had an imaginary friend and he just tried to kill you? Like, I don't understand what's... Like, what do you... I feel like that was like a sleep paralysis episode because like she didn't really move at all and then he just like hovering over her. So I feel like that was a sleep paralysis episode, and then I think before because like she does seem kind of young, so I feel like that she was just kind of imagining it, maybe considered it like an imaginary friend or something, but I don't think that's real. I don't think a balloon is just gonna freaking like a ghost isn't just gonna like lift this and freaking like chuck it in my face. Like there's a screwdriver right there because I was working on the door. A ghost is gonna come in and stab me in the eye with a freaking screwdriver. So I can't just start choking me. Like, that's so stupid. I don't understand. It's so stupid. Anyways. Basically, I'm saying that ghosts are real. I feel like they can be real or are real, but it's like, at the same time, you can't just grab something and kill something. You're a ghost. You're dead. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Well, let me know what you guys think of ghosts and all that good stuff. And, yeah, I just want to know. So let me know what you guys think of that. Gonna check the CFL game. The Ticats lost yesterday, by the way. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm super tired, as you guys can see. But honestly, some of those stories, I don't even know what to say to them because it's like, wow, like some of them I'm really glad them. They got away. I'm really glad they survived and everything. But it's so annoying at the end of each story. I wonder what would have happened if this did this. Like, what the fuck do you think would have happened? You're gonna have some freaking donuts? No, you're gonna fucking die. Like, goodness gracious. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this video. Has anything like this ever happened to you? I hope not, knock on wood. Stay safe. Test positive. Well, I'm so stupid. Stay positive, test negative. I'm so stupid. Test positive. Test negative. I remember my cold call-up advisor saying, stay positive, test negative, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute. And I just says, and I just said test positive. Doy, same time, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But, yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like it. Be sure to comment down below whatever you guys thought of this video. Any thoughts you guys have, any concerns. Yeah, let's go with that. And be sure to subscribe if you are new. And turn on post notifications. And that's going to be it. I'm so fucking tired, so I'm going to peace the fuck out. Deuces.